Good day everyone, my name is Malate. For today's video, we're going to tackle on how to balance chemical equation. What is a balanced chemical equation? A balanced chemical equation, an equation that there is an equal number of atoms of elements on reactant and as well as the product side. Why chemical reaction should be balanced? It is necessary to balance chemical equation to follow the law of conservation of mass. The law of conservation of mass states that in a chemical reaction, no change in mass takes place. The total mass of the product is equal to the total mass of the reactant. In balancing chemical equation, there are rules needed to follow. So we have the first rule. Write the correct chemical formulas of all the reactants and products. You must know how to write correctly the chemical formula of the reactants and products. Second rule, write the formulas of the reactants on the left side of the reaction arrow and write the formulas of the products on the right side of the reaction arrow. Third, count the total number of atoms or ions of each element in the reactant and the total number of atoms or ions of each element in the products. Number 4, balance the elements one at a time using coefficients. A coefficient is a small whole number that is written in front of a chemical formula in a chemical equation. Number 5, check each atom or ion or polyatomic ion to be sure that the equation is correctly balanced. Lastly, make sure that all of the coefficients are in the lowest possible whole number ratios. Always remember that when no coefficient is written, the coefficient is assumed to be 1. You must not attempt to balance the equation by changing the subscript in chemical formula. We can change the coefficient but not the subscript. A polyatomic ion that appears unchanged on both sides of the equation is counted as a single unit. After learning the rules in balancing chemical equation, let us proceed to the given equation. Always remember that it is important to know how to read properly the chemical equation. So what are we going to do? First, we're going to identify the elements present in the chemical equation. So we have Ba, which stands for barium, N2, which is a polyatomic ion, stands for nitride, and combined with water or H20, it will yield to barium. DOH is also a polyatomic ion which stands for hydroxide combined with NH3 or ammonia. So we're going to read this as barium nitride combined with water. It will yield to barium hydroxide combined with ammonia. Are done in identifying the elements present in the chemical equation. So we're going to apply the rules in balancing chemical equation. So the first rule states that we need to write the correct chemical formulas for all of the reactant and the product. So we have barium, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen. So if you're wondering why we separate the oxygen and hydrogen, it is because the polyatomic ion in the reactant, it is altered or it changed in the product. The second rule states that write the formulas of the reactants on the left side and in the right side is the product. So basically, this is our reactant. And this one is our product. Let's proceed to the third rule, which states that count the total number of subscript or the atoms of each element in the reactant and product. Barium has 3 atoms. In nitrogen, we have 2 atoms. In hydrogen, we have also 2 atoms. Since in oxygen we have no number present in oxygen, it is assumed to be 1, so we put 1 here. Since we are done in counting the total number of atoms of each element in the reactant, so let's go to the product. As I said, since there is no number present in barium, it is assumed to be 1, so we put 1 here. In nitrogen, it is also 1 because there is no number present in nitrogen, so 1. In oxygen, we have 2 atoms. In the product has 2 hydrogens, so the first hydrogen has 2 atoms and the second hydrogen has 3 atoms. We are done in rule number 3, so let's proceed to rule number 4. It states that balance the elements one at a time using coefficients. So we're going to balance the equations. So first we're going to multiply each by 1. So let's present 1. We're going to use the trial error method. 1. So we have 1 times 1 is equals to 1. 1 times 2 we have, the answer is 1. 2 times 1 is equals to 2. And 2 times 1 is equals to 2. 3 times 1 is equals to 3. 3 times 1 is equals to 3. 2 times 1 is equals to 2. 1 times 1 is equals to 1. 2 times 1 is equals to 2. So we are done in rule number 4. So let's proceed to rule number 5. It states that check each atom or ion or polyatomic ion to be sure that the equation is correctly balanced. So we're going to check if it is balanced. So we have barium 3 and 1, it is not balanced. Nitrogen 2 and 1, it is not balanced. In oxygen we have 1 and 2, it is not balanced. While here in hydrogen we have 2 and we need to add this. 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. So it is not balanced. So here we need to choose the lesser subscript to find a number to multiply to equal the answer of the other side, the other atom. So we have the subscript 1, so we need to find a number to equal the other subscript of barium, so 3. So we need to put a 3 here, so we have 1 times 3 is 3. So as we can see, it is equal. So let's proceed to nitrogen. So as we can see, we have 2 atoms here, so we need to find 2 to equal the in the product side. So we need to put 2 here, 2. 1 times 2 is equals to 2. So we need to put 2, we need to put coefficient here, which is 2. So the hydrogen will be affected. So it will be 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is equals to 6. Then let's proceed to, we have here we have 1 coefficient because of this. Let's proceed to hydrogen. The hydrogen here, also we have, we need to put 3 here because we use 3 as our coefficient. So 3. 3 times 1, we have 3. So it is balanced. 3 times 2, in oxygen we need 2. 3 times 2 is equals to 6. So also in hydrogen we need to multiply it. So 3 times 2 is also equal to 6. Then we need to add this. 6 plus 6 is equals to 12. Then As we can see, we are finished here, so let's proceed to this. In oxygen, we can manipulate it. So we have in the product side, we have 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. So we need to find a number to equal the product side. So we need, so we put 6 here, 6. So 1 times 6, 1 times 6 equals to 6. So as we can see, it is equal. So we need to, the hydrogen will be affected also. So 2 times 6, it is equals to 12. So we need to check if it is balanced or not. So we have barium 3. 3. It is balanced or not? It is balanced. Check. So we have the nitrogen. We have 2 and 2. It is balanced. We have in oxygen. We have 6 and 6. It is balanced. We have the hydrogen. We have 12, then 12. As we can see, it is all balanced. So the chemical equation are the is this. Yes. So this is 1632. Lastly, we have rule number 6. Make sure that all of the coefficients are in the lowest possible whole number ratios. So if you don't follow the rule number 6, automatically your chemical equation is not correct or accurate. And that would be all. Thank you for listening.